So Jerry was in his bedroom, just talking to his wife about the day that he's about to have. He told her he told her that his boss wanted to see him, and he is very nervous about it, to say the very least. But his wife reassures him that everything's going to be, that she thinks that everything is going to be fine. Of course, he's rather nervous about this whole situation, and so he just he gets out of he gets out of the bed and he goes to get ready for work. But before we continue with the story or the video, I would love to welcome you to part 24 of the American Show. Let us continue. So he goes and gets ready for work, and he takes a shower. He brushes his hair after he gets out of the shower. After that, he goes back to the room, to the bedroom, and he grabs his clothes, and then he gets dressed. Then he kisses his wife. He kisses his wife and tells her, "I'll see you when I get home." Then that's when he leaves the house, and then after that he goes to work. He is a detective, by the way, in case you didn't know, and he is worried about his boss firing him. He has no reason to, but Anyway, he shows up to work, and he goes straight to his office. But his boss is not there. He's not there, or rather, she is not there. And of course, he is very worried about that. But he still waits in her office. He says, "What? Okay, now I'm getting really nervous. What time is it anyway?" He checks to see what time it was. And just as he was about to do it, she arrives. And she's quite determined to talk to him. She realizes he was waiting for her, and they get right to business. She says, I'm very sure or not sure that you have heard the news about the talk show host's wife being kidnapped." "What?" "Yeah. Actually, it's from one of my favorite TV shows right now. It's called The American Show. Have you heard of it before, by any chance?" Yeah, on the news." "Oh, so you know what happened?" Not about the kidnapping, ma'am, but about the stuff surrounding the show. I heard it's pretty good. Yes. At least I think so, anyway. So back to business. So she has been kidnapped. Now, your job is to be the head detective of this case. Here's all of the information that you need, and I will be your partner on this. Huh. Interesting. Do you have a stake in this? Yes. It's one of my favorite TV shows, obviously. And I really want to meet the host. And maybe possibly be on the American show, but if we, but that's if we solve the case, by the way. We gotta take care of the business first before we go about that hope and wish. But yeah, here's all the information. I have most of my notes. I've read most of my notes, and you need to read your notes as well. Possibly when you go home. Oh yeah, tell your wife and say hey. Okay, no problem. And then he leaves to figure this out. So he is reading the notes that she gathered for him, and he knows exactly where to go to. The suspect's mother's house, or a suspect's mother's house, of course. So he shows up at her house, and long story short, he shows up at her house, he knocks on the door, and she answers it. Of course, she welcomes him to the house, and he sits down, and she sits down. They talk for a while about the case that he's working on. She says that she doesn't know that her son was doing that, and she reassures him that he was not involved in this whole thing, and he is quite suspicious. She gives him the tea she says, do you want some tea? He says, okay, sure, I have some tea. She goes to the kitchen to get some tea for both of them, of course. To make a long story short, they are drinking tea together, talking about the case. He asks some questions that is very important to the case. After that, he goes to say that it's been a pleasure talking to you. But your son is still a suspect. I need to talk to him. Can you do that for me? Yes, she says, and then he leaves. He opens the door. He, of course, leaves the house of the suspect, the mother of the suspect. You know what I mean? He then goes to another house. He knocks on the door, but this time, this was not as funny as the first one. He shows up, knocks at the door, and he gets a gun. The person who is at the door opens the door, but as they're opening the door, he pulls the gun on him. He quickly disarms him, and he's very angry about this, and almost loses his cool, but he takes a deep breath and asks his questions. He doesn't take kindly to that. The guy who was another suspect in the case. He says, do you know the person by the name of blah blah blah? And he says, yes, that's my best friend's mom. Oh, okay. So do you know where he is? And he says, no, I don't. Now will you please leave? before I shoot you. Okay, no problems at all. And that was it. He gets back into his car and he leaves. After that, he goes to the police department, tells her that I'm meeting with the suspect tomorrow, and I had no such luck with the second house I visited earlier in the day. Later in the day, rather. And she says, don't worry about it, it's fine. After that, I guess the job is done for right now. I guess it's time for you to go home. And that's exactly what he did. He says, we will figure this out and we will get her home. Yeah, let's hope you do that. Then he goes home and, he goes to his car, he buckles up his seatbelt, and he drives home. After that, he opens his own door. His wife greets him at the door, she kisses him, and eventually they have dinner together. And that was it. To be continued. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below telling me whether you like about the video or hate about the video alternatively, and I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.